Yo! What's going on, my friends? It's Monday night. I've been busy today, so it's nice to have some time to chill out. So let me grab the live stream link first things first, and then we will talk about some things. Okay. Da, 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 da. All right, there we go. That's good. Perfect. Switch the chat over, and that's everything I need to do. Nice. I'm gonna have me a sip of root beer. What up, Gossip, Bino, Jess, Eng, Shelton, Beasley, Felonious T, Stormtrooper, Clayton, Gerthulu, Rain. Who else we got up in here? Kentucky, Jamlin, Gianna, Zircon. What's up? How you guys doing? Millfaster. Millmaster. What's going on, buddy? It's Millmaster and his brother, Millfaster. Don't ask why I don't have the last name. The same last name. That doesn't matter. What up, Loco? How you doing, buddy? Merfolk Bear in the house. Having a good one, son? Ned, I see you, Mr. Barbarian. How's it going? How is it going? So I'm sure you guys already saw, put out a video today. Did you see my sponsored video? Did you see the sponsored clip? The little Ridge sponsorship? Thumbs up. Well, guess what? I'm actually doing 2 of those in total. And for the next one, instead of those blue ones, I got pink ones. And I got some fun jokes for that one. How's my finger? I'm all good, bro. My mighty hands heal quickly. Nah, thanks, buddy. Thanks. Yo, it's dope. I get free Ridge wallets. And for real, man, the key case, no word of a lie, I've advertised it to a ton of people just in person because I genuinely love it. Like, the wallet is great, but the key case is, I'm like, yo, I don't actually want to go without this ever for the rest of my life. This is so much better for key management. Like, bro, you know the number of times where one of the keys decides it wants to be a dick and it's just like, check out that hole, and it goes right through the key ring, and then you're sitting there going, like, especially with my post office key, it would get like locked into that ring, and I'm just sitting there trying to pull it apart like the cheapest dollar store, one of those blacksmith puzzles, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's just like, move the hoop through the rope with the wooden ball and all that crap. It's like one of those. So yeah, like when they're like, hey, we'll send you another one. I'm like, yeah, I have a backup now. Also literally had keys tear through my pockets or make holes that were in my pockets bigger, and then boom, I lost my house key along with other keys. So yeah, man, I am like legit 100% on board with it as an actual everyday item I use. And when it's like, hey, do you want to advertise an item you regularly use? Yes, please. That works very, very well for me. Shinobi, what wild shit is popping off tonight? The wildness was earlier today, I'd say, with what Wizards did. Actually, you know what? I do have a little bit of wildness tucked in my back pocket, but you don't get to see it tonight. You gotta wait until tomorrow. Because tomorrow, I unleash hell. And by hell, I mean I unleash the best deck box video that has ever been made on the entirety of YouTube. Hands down. The best deck box video ever made advertising this beautiful bad boy right here. I can't wait until you see it. It's madness. I promise you. I fucking promise you. You have never seen a deck box promotional video like this in your life. In your life. Are disappointing secret layers really wild? When they put sorcery on circular logic, yeah. And it's got madness on the card, and it's a snake eating its own tail. There's so many layers to it that, yes, it is wild. It's incredible. Fellers, only in my back pocket. You want it to be in the front pocket? Come on, take a feel around. Is that a key case in my pants or a fat throbber? You decide. Either way, it's going in your mouth. I wanted to release the deck box video tonight, but there was a bit of a confusion around it. And so the link that's supposed to lead to it isn't currently available. And I had a completely different link. So I just was like, hey, I'm not sure what's going on. And then it was just like, oh, there's confusion. I'll get it straightened out for you tomorrow. So I think I miscommunicated something, but either way, oh, it's going to be so good. But I don't want to put the video out until I have the link for you guys to be able to grab it, right? So I'll have that link tomorrow, and I will release that video tomorrow. Gianna, well, you won't have to wait long. You won't have to wait long. That's right. Stormtroopers figured it out. I was like, wait a minute. If keys make holes in his pockets and you reach into his pockets, I'm going to have the best day ever. Jess, ever seen the cops video? The cops think the guy's huge dog's a hidden weapon. Yeah, you can see the police, and they're just like, he's like, bump, bump, bump. What's this? And it's like, this just some dick. Like, oh, yeah. Is this a weapon? Maybe. Bino, circular logic was an inside job. That's true. You're not wrong about it. You're not wrong about that. It definitely was. Oh, so yeah, bro, I am legit stoked about the deck box video because it's fucking hilarious. Like, I laughed multiple times making it. It's absurd. It's fucking absurd. I don't think you can even anticipate the direction I'm going to go with it. But the way it all came together, I started to laugh more and more because I was like, wow. In some ways, unintentionally, it all crafted into just, it's beautiful. I might have to explain part of what makes it beautiful after you've seen it, right? To fully appreciate the depths of the beauty I have created, you might need a little bit of hand holding, but it's so good. I love it so much. Like, I love making stupid funny videos, and that's what this shit is. Like, technically it's a promotional video, but only technically. It's so ridiculous. I love it. I love the whole concept. It's just, it's a trap, but at the same time, we're actually selling the deck boxes. So I'm absolutely going to waste your time with the video in one way. If you're looking for a useful video, it's going to be a waste of time. But it's not a waste of time in terms of the entertainment value, which is through the fucking roof. And it will probably still make you want a deck box for real. What up, Ryan? Like, I'm super proud of it. I'm super proud of the way it turned out. Like, I actively want to show you guys now, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to show restraint, and I'll release it tomorrow. Jess, what you love is being able to shower again. Not being able to shower sucks, bro. So, yeah, I can feel you. I can feel you on that, man. It's never a good time. That is never a good time. So, yeah, it's going to be fucking sweet. I'm, like, hyped up to make dumbass nonsense right now. I'm feeling that vibe. I've got some great silliness for the next Ridge Wallet one as well. It's a lot of fun just mucking about. What up, Venomous? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm over being sick. I got an awesome new video showcasing this coming out in the next 24 hours. Oh, man. I can't wait. I hope, like, by the time I wake up, I've already got the link in my email and whatever. Because if I do, I'm going to roll it out, like, as soon as. as soon as. I spent the time to record multiple variations of the intros and different parts of it to get the ridiculousness just right. Just right. It's a tight little minute and something long. It's great. It's so good. It's so good. In fact, I could probably spend the rest of the stream just saying that. It's so good. I love it. But I do. I do. I end up loving these ridiculous little creations an inordinate amount because it's just fun on a whole bunch of levels. And one level is just not taking anything fucking seriously. Like, nobody's gonna look at that video as a serious attempt to sell deck boxes. There is no way on earth. But it still might work. Oh, I love that you can just do whatever you want. I love you can just fuck around. And like, for real, I am amping up to fuck around a lot more on this channel specifically, right? Magic's gonna keep flowing the way it's going, but I feel the need to be ridiculous and make dumb comedy videos on top of getting some of this blog shit going. Because I do have footage for like, I'd say 4 or 5 vlog things that have built up already for me and Carly going to different places and stuff like that. But the footage just ends up sitting there because I'm usually not motivated to turn it into anything. I just forget about its existence. But I don't know, man. My motivation levels are high at this juncture. Who knows, though? I could wake up tomorrow and be like, yeah, life's not worth living. Screw it. I'm not going to bother with it. But doesn't seem likely. Doesn't seem likely. After being sick for so long, I'm kind of like energized to do things, get stuff done. Get it done. Live some life. Make some goofy nonsense before I get struck down by sickness again or a bus or something, you know? A nice distraction from the ridiculous garbage of Wizards of the Coast, man. I love how people are, doesn't this guy have good news to report? It's like, I do. You just, it'd be hard to find it because it's few and far between, man. It's kind of tucked in there. Boy, I mean, I can make some good news up for you if you want. Good news. Wizards doesn't have to worry about sourcing as much paper for their cards because people don't want to buy them as much. So go environment, save the trees. What am I supposed to do, huh? So yeah, man, I mean, I get it. The Magic bummer news can weigh on you. I'm just trying to have a good time with it. So I want to have a good time with other stuff too. And other games. Like I got some Grand Archive sitting here awaiting my attention. I'm gonna get into that with my buddies. We're going to sit down and play some of that. I got some other board games, some random old board games kicking around over here. Some of them I'm going to try and figure out if they can be converted into stream games. Good news, rainforests are replenishing. Oh, excellent, because I want to cut them down so that I can, I don't know, get them to make another Fern Gully. I'm anti-rainforest. I'm pro Fern Gully. I want Fern Gully movies and no rainforest. Give me Tone Loc as a lizard or go fuck yourself. Bo Falcon, gifting them Hatcher memberships. Welcome to the fucking Hatchling Army. Stormtrooper, Jess, Ryan, Clayton, Shinobi, Fisher, Scorpageist, David J, Joe Smith, Blighting Bolt. You've all been inducted. Rub some cocoa butter onto your bodies, pick up some sharpened sticks, and get ready to fucking party. He's plumping everybody. Bo Falcon, hold on. You're the member lord. Remember that? What? The person who made the magnets for my board was like, yo, I saw you have a member section now. Do you need like special magnets for that? And I was like, nah, you already did it. These are perfect for the member section. They got the shields. Wait, I was about to write member lord instead of Bo Falcon. That's not how it works. Oh, thanks, Bobo Falcon Fett. That didn't work. That name did not work. Jamlin, to hear my joy for the promotional video is wholesome as fuck. Can't wait to see it. I love it. I love it. It's so I think it's hilarious to make videos that are like what nobody would expect. And it's like the original video that spawned the boss monster that made my mom mad at me, where I YouTube's like, you should make a 15 to 20 second intro that pops and makes people want to subscribe to your channel. And I was like, or how about for my intro, I make a 15 to 20 minute video that's the worst thing that people have ever seen, and put that as the intro to my channel. And I did that, and I told my mom, and she got really upset at me. She's like, why are you doing that? Why are you squandering this opportunity? I thought you might turn this into something. Why are you doing this? And I was just like, because it makes me laugh, Mom. I got to, it's hilarious. By the way, when I told people, like, I went to YouTube parties and I told like way more successful YouTubers and their teams about doing this kind of stuff, and they're just shaking their heads while they're going, oh, that's cool. Subconsciously, they're shaking their heads like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? So like that intro video actually turned out to do really well, and a bunch of people loved it because it was like a train wreck they couldn't look away from. And then by the end of it, they were just like, okay, this is fake and funny, so it's all good, whatever, I'm having a good time. So it worked out really well for me, but I didn't expect it to. I didn't make that video to succeed. I thought it was going to bother people, but it didn't. It didn't. It just got me subscribers. And like this deck box video, it's in the same vein of like, what? Like, it's fucking absurd. It's fucking absurd. I love it. Maybe I might be overselling it at this point, and maybe you won't feel the same way I do about it. But like, there's just it's so ridiculous. Just the idea behind it. Oh, okay, all right. Millmaster says, good news! You can live out in the sea where carbon dioxide is exchanged with all the paintballers. So don't worry about the rainforest. Member Falcon is Bow Lord. You know what? That could easily happen. My brain is half ruined. Yamagoro, what's in the box? What's inside this? Right now? Well, I guess you're gonna have to wait and find out tomorrow, huh? Tomorrow? The grand reveal. I know Ansrag the Quake Mole. Yes. He's your next commander. Well, you better get one. You gotta get one before it can become your commander, right? I mean, I guess if you just wait a week or whatever, all the cards from this set are probably gonna tumble way down. Way down low. It's been a productive day. I almost made the Moxman peanut butter and jelly pop video, but I've been kind of pushing it off, probably partially out of the desire to not taste it. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, Stormtrooper says just proxy it. That is a more cost-effective option. That's true. That's true, especially if you just use some Harker. Junglin, what's up, buddy? Jam, let me explain something to you, bro. I ain't afraid of the Lorax. He's a goofy-looking little walrus-faced bastard or whatever. I'll put him in a trash bag and fucking suffocate him. That's what'll happen, all right? I ain't afraid of no Susie and bullshit. I'd put a fucking bullet in the Cat in the Hat's face. I don't care, man. I don't care. Just saying. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I ain't afraid of no Loraxes. None of it, son. Oh, baby. Oh, come on now. Oh. Yeah. Bro, I'm in good spirits. I've been in good spirits mostly today, but like for the second part of the day, better spirits. Finished the video on this, and that cranked my spirits right up because it's hilarious. That Ridge promo that I did got approved so fast. I did it yesterday, submitted it, and they were like, yeah, you're good to go. Go ahead. Oh, I technically, they did say, you left one sentence off the screen. If you can pop that on there, that's perfect. But other than that, I forgot to put my 10% code on the screen. So thankfully they mentioned that. I popped it in. Boom. The promo's out. And now I got another one next month. And I got these cool pink ones. It's sweet. It's sweet. It's dope, man. That's good times. And I've been getting a bunch of stuff organized here in my office. I got a whole bunch of notebooks so I can get these different things sorted, including stuff to help me with my videos. Because, bro, I'll make a video and then 2 months later I'll go to do a similar video and I'm starting from square one. Whereas if I've made particular notes, then it's just like, oh, I can reference that and go, that'll help, you know? Oh, Jess. Oh, that sucks, bro. That sucks. It's like, yo, I forgot that I had to pay this, and I spent that money. I've done that before, where I've been like, oh, I've got this extra money. How do I have this, like, extra $80? And then the power bill comes in, and you're like, or you notice, oh, yeah, no, I got an email for the power bill. And then I just told myself that I paid the power bill and spent that $80, and now I don't have another $80 to pay the power bill. Okay. I just gave myself a loan from the future kind of problem. Great. Like, you know? Oh, I hate when that happens. I hate it. Yeah, Magaro, the new cards are getting cheap enough. You might order some tonight. It's hard to know exactly when the right time to get any cards are anymore, because Wizards is like the whole cycle of cards coming out, cratering in price and whatever. It can apply to a whole bunch of cards, but maybe not to the one that you want. And there's no exact rhythm to anything anymore, because Wizards are crack fiends and they're constantly just churning insane amounts of stuff and also making circular logic into a sorcery. And then they literally, hey, will you still buy it? We'll sell it to you cheaper because the card's screwed. Will you buy these Rorschach blobs on these cards? Don't you want a wall of otters? What up, Ashmead? How you doing, buddy? Magic is in a pretty ridiculous state right now. I did play some Arena earlier. I'm just going to focus more on playing the game to get my enjoyment from it, because in terms of the direction Wizards is going and even the flavor of the current stuff, it's hard to find a ton of enjoyment. You know, the Markov Manor ain't really... That reminds me. Somebody left this, what feels like a crazy statement to me on the video going... all the content creators need to come out and this is me paraphrasing, authoritatively state that it's not Markov Manor. Nobody should be confused about this. And it's like, no matter what you say or what you think, everybody's going to call it Markov Manor. We have like no control over it. If you think nobody should get confused, I get confused writing my notes about it. I tell myself not to say it during videos, and I keep doing it. Not to be funny, not to be cheeky, but just because Murders at Markov Manor flows better, feels better, sounds better. We know the name Markov more from Soren Markov. We went to Markov Manor before we went to Karlov Manor. Karlov Manor does not roll off the tongue. So there's so many ingredients going, and it doesn't matter that it's Karlov Manor. So it doesn't make it feel special. It doesn't make it feel memorable. It's not an important part of the name, right? Scroll Keeper. I said otters, big boy. It was me. Beano! Fallout is next month. The magical Fallout is real. I can't believe the fallout from Magic. MTG Fallout angers Magic players. The Fallout disaster. I got all my titles already ready to go, boys. I'm ready. I'm fucking ready. What up, Novocaine? How you doing? You've heard the new set is pretty good. Well, then I advise you to not listen to anything I say in the stream and go enjoy yourself with the Magic cards, because if you spend any time here, you're gonna hear stuff you don't want to hear. And if there are people in your area who are enjoying it, awesome. Have fun with it, bro. I ain't here to stop anybody from having a good time. Adam, you pointed out the Capenna art to your playgroup and now they can't unsee it. It's incredibly obvious. All the detective hats and bowlers and literally Art Deco in the background. I don't remember remember a lot of Art Deco in like Gothic Europe, like Ravnica, right? Like, I mean, I tain't no expert on styles and times and stuff, but I feel like one was hundreds of years ago, and one was like, what, like, oh, I guess actually about 100 years ago now. But, you know? Fellers, you hope their preprint decision bites them in the ass again. It's like whatever they do, it's going to bite them in the ass at this point. Fisher, wait, look, we already did Legends. First of all, we already did Legends. All right, this isn't a stump. If you want to try and stump me in a non-stump stream, at least put it in a fucking super chat. But you know what? Out of pity, I am going to tell you what Cyclopean Mummy does. Because you're thinking Cyclopean Mummy is garbage. Because when it goes to the graveyard, it gets removed from the game. But let me fucking explain something to you. Back then, 1 black and 1 for a 2/1 wasn't a bad deal. When you had bad moons and dark rituals and shit. So playing that so that you could read about the flavor text that talks about plucking out one of the mummy's eyes to like see whatever, bro. You think I don't know that shit? You think I ain't ready? This ain't a stump stream, but I still ain't stumped. Yeah, you weren't expecting that. You weren't expecting that. I nailed it. It's a disgrace to the Ravnica name. I know, bro. Last time we went back to Ravnica, it was autumn. And now we're going back to Ravnica and it's in a house? Come on, at least go, it's winter now. Check it out. They made a snowman in one of the artworks. We airbrushed some snow in. Fellers, you want a Wall of Otters now? Well, there'll probably be people making those altars now that Wall of Otters showed up in that secret lair. Gerthulu, you're not excited for anything Wizards is doing as much as you love detective stuff? Oh, wow, you love detective stuff and don't like Markov Manor. That's pretty... You know what, actually? I've totally vibed on Sherlock Holmes on a number of occasions, but yeah, it doesn't... Also, it doesn't help that the detective agency has no real agency and is just shoved in there and will never come up again. Even though they're crucial to the rebuilding of Ravnica after the Phyrexian invasion and they have no powers and have to hand everybody off to the Boros and Azorius, they'll have a big impact in the future, right? Jamlin, you're getting a good tax return. Nice. That's dope. Scooby-Doo at Markov Manor. Yup. There's Scooby-Doo cards. They totally went for Scooby-Doo style. Like, check it out, Scooby-Doo-Doo. Get it? Those references are kind of fun when the whole set's not a meme bullshit joke, right? But when the whole set is a meme bullshit joke, hey, nice. Yeah, we got murders at Who Gives a Fuck Manor and none of this matters. Tristani was the one who did it, but only 1/3 of her, and we can't separate it. We can't separate Oba from the other two. Oh, do you mind explaining to me the flavor text on the one version of that white enchantment that removes things that says that they removed Oba? Hey, fuck you. The story says that she can't be removed from them, so I guess there's no real punishment or whatever, so, okay. Bunch of people died. You can't do nothing. Okay, how does this affect anything? It doesn't. Because Taysa died, but her ghost is back. Okay, fine. And everybody else who died, who cares? Kylox, no! You did so much. You sat at a desk. You said hi to Proft. And then you got stabbed. They put you in the showcase art. Lazy dumb fucks. Put them on like the booster pack art or the booster pack box or whatever. Can't be bothered to put him in the set and give him any real whatever. I heard that might even have been the case in the first fucking story where it's like, you know, if you're going to go to your lengths of putting the guy on the package, have him fucking matter a little. Did they kill Taysa? Yeah, they killed Taysa. Taysa got stabbed with their own fucking cane or whatever by a random nobody who was hopped up on Tristani pollen. But it doesn't matter because Taysa's ghost came back. And also, just so you know, a completely undeserved relationship between Kea and Taysa also exists where they're almost like sisters or something and they really care about each other. But I don't know where that came from. But who gives a fuck, right? Because it's real touching. And I'll remember that relationship between them always. It was super, super important. Honestly, 10 installments for this story was too fucking many. There's a bunch of sets. The whole fucking Phyrexian War gets wrapped up in one tiny little thing. For this, we got a bunch of meandering bullshit where it's like, go over to Rakdos. Maybe it's Rakdos. Is it Rakdos? Nuh-uh, it isn't Rakdos. Let's go over here to Celestia. We've left some clues. Do you know it's Celeste? Oh, it's Tolsimir goes, it was me. Shut up, Tolsimir. Wow, what is, okay. Is there any moment for the I am Spartacus moment to land or anything? No? Okay, cool. Whatever. It's like the story is at least consistent. That's what I can say for it. The story is consistent with itself, which is better than a lot of the stories, but it's a story about nothing. It's about nothing. I'm a planeswalker who travels from fucking plane to plane looking for powerful beings to serve me and shit and all that kind of stuff. And what do you have for me this time around? Oh, come all the way to Ravnica where they're having a fucking murder dinner party with nothing that feels magical really at all? Really? Like there's barely any magic in it at all. The Azorius use Verity circles. Who cares? Where are the telepaths? Where are the fucking telepaths to read everybody's mind and figure this out in like 4 seconds? You've got guild masters dying and shit. Nobody's taking it seriously. It's like there's no telepaths on Ravnica anywhere. But here's the thing. Kaya can go to any fucking world. So it's like there's no telepaths anywhere. It's the whole Planeswalker thing. They can never fucking realize that like what they're doing with them is so stupid. Like with Elspeth. Where Elspeth's like, I gotta run until I find a lead pipe. You had a god sword. Then you had a god spear. You could probably just manifest a blade of light out of pure magic. But you have to run into an alley and get a lead pipe because the people at Wizards don't care and the writer's an idiot. Great. Great. Love it. Fucking love it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. So yeah. The Capenna story. This murder story, guys. First murder? Zagana. And she's holding a black iris in her hand. I make a note of that. Make sure to mention it in the story. Make sure to mention when I'm talking about the story. Because there's no way they would mention she was holding this flower if it wasn't going to come up again or be relevant to the story. Oh, wait. It never comes up again and isn't relevant to the story. Why was that included in the story? Because the art that showed her murdered in a different way from a different fucking story showed a flower. So, okay, why is this flower in the story here? Just, can you make it matter? And shut up, fuck you, man. She says she's holding a flower, and then they have artwork where she's not holding a flower. She's dead, and the flower is in her vicinity. Wet. Squirrel Keeper, you've been watching old black and white Sherlock Holmes. All right, fair enough. Has anyone talked about the cat and dog secret lair? Yeah, they sold out like instantly. I don't know. I didn't see that one because it got put out while I was sick, but I just presumed it was the same scam as every other bullshit secret lair commander where they go, we made 5 new cards and we're selling you 95 reprints. Go fuck yourself. Overpay for everything, you stupid bitches. That's what those decks are to me. Right? But then I am the most fucking bitter magic historian around. I ain't saying people shouldn't get it if they want it. I'm just saying my gut reaction to those things is what a fucking rip, man. What a rip. How long is it going to be before Wizards just makes one desirable card, one brand new card, and go buy an entire commander deck? Millmaster says it only makes sense if you don't think about it. It makes as much sense as a sorcery circular logic. I love that it's a snake eating its own tail. Like, I fucking adore that. It's fantastic. Millmaster, you're lording the board, big boy. Thanks for the super chat, son. Dying so badly. Where'd that one go from yesterday? I think it's here. Let's try that. There you go. Fellas, you lolled when Dead Tase's artwork was spoiled. Squirrel Keeper, you got attached to the new kitty art? Yeah, there's a bunch of people who like cats and dogs. I mean, I like dogs. Who would get it? But, like, you know, this stuff is... It's going to be printed to poor quality, and you're going to overpay for it. And it's just, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Fisher, you sent a PayPal since I make more than way for failing to stump me. All right. Thanks, boy. Let me take a look. Loaded. For the failing of the stumping. All right. Stealing the board from Bill Master. I nailed that card, by the way. I nailed that Cyclopean Mummy. The next one we're doing is, I guess, Fallen Empires, because we just did the Dark. We just did the Dark. All right, new Lord of the Board. Bino says, Secret Lair teams never played the game, confirmed. Yeah. Yeah. The best part from the murder set is the puppy token. Did you know that that puppy token is based on a real world puppy? Like, if you go into the Reddit thread where they're talking about that token originally on the main Magic Reddit, and you look around, you'll actually be able to find pictures of the person who goes, yo, that's my dog. Here's the pictures they used to make them. So that is a painting of an actual straight up dog. I can't remember what his name is anymore, though. What up, Pierce? Scroll Keeper. Wow, from the 40s. That's super old school. Chris B. They do indeed. They do indeed. 100%. Absolutely legal. Can't complain about that. Some of those old movies are wild, man. We watched the old, I think it's like Hammer films or something like that. They made a Phantom of the Opera that's wild. The Phantom of the Opera has this underling dude. He's this little murder midget who murders rats and attacks people. I'm pretty sure he killed at least 1 or 2 people for the Phantom of the Opera. And the Phantom of the Opera is a maniac. Like, we already know he's a maniac with the whole, like, I'm going to make you sing. But in this version, he, like, smacks her around, and then she faints because he's, like, screaming at her and smacking her around. And he goes and gets fucking sewer. Like, he's keeping her down in the sewers. And he go and gets sewer water and splashes it in her fucking face. It's wild. The Phantom of the Opera was like, bro, holy, what are you doing? Fellers, an acquaintance of yours was painted onto a card. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. One thing that I think would be dope is to have somebody put me on a Magic card, but I don't think it'll ever happen. You know, like, considering that, you know, Wizards of the Coast doesn't like me. Jamlin, you want to believe the guys who come to these streams are just as sick in the head as me? Our humor is as dark as our souls. You know what's really funny is people with senses of humor like this actually tend to be really caring people. And it's the whole, we laugh in the face of the nightmarish absurdity because otherwise you'll weep. You know what I mean? The whole, we pretend that we're dark-souled individuals, but really, underneath it all, we're sweet little fucking huggy boys who want everybody to be okay. Right? For real. Be real with yourself. Be real with yourself. Jess, you're on a streak, man. Now you broke your friend's zombie gnome and you gotta pay to get that replaced. Bro, 3 strikes, you're out. Go lay in the bathtub so you can't do no more damage to yourself financially today. Scroll Keeper, you design your own. There are multiple Magic Historian, like, fan-made cards that I have been sent. There's a bunch of different ones over the years that people have made. So those definitely exist. But, yeah, officially, the closest I'll ever get to being on a Magic card, I'm guessing, is what I've got right here. Where I have my... This is the back of a zombie token, right? So the Magic artist Bud Cook really enjoyed the video that I did talking about his artwork, and so he did this like little painty sketch of me and sent it to me. And this is my most prized Magic the Gathering possession, honestly. This is really, really cool. Like, for real. I just made a video just talking excitedly about how much I loved the artwork. And then he sent me a message saying, bro, you were pretty much bang on exactly when you described what the art was supposed to be and what was going on with it. All of it. Loved your enthusiasm. And then he painted me from the video, right? Like, this is from a shot in the video. From when I was a little bit thicker. You can see it in the neck. Where'd the little Clorox painting go? Ah, right here. This sits on top of it. This is my Clorox painting. It's entitled Purple Headed Meanie. It's from, wow, 2018. February 2nd. 6 years? Wow, this is from when I got into it. This was to commemorate me and Rogue Deck Builder trolling each other. Oh, man. I love these mementos. They make me happy. Ah. So yeah, I'm guessing that's the closest I'll ever be, right? Unless somebody's a fan of me and sneaks me onto a card without letting anybody know and nobody really picks up on it, which I don't think it'll happen. Fisher, now you kind of want to commission a treasure token with my likeness. Scorpageist, that's it, Tank. The name was Tank. That's correct, because there was a conversation going on about it where somebody asked if it was named after a character or whatever, and I think it turns out the dog's named after a scuba tank. I think. Chris B, thanks, buddy. Thanks. It's a very pleasing thing to have. I am in awe of Magic the Gathering artists, you know? They make such incredible pieces of artwork. They're the ones who bring the game I love to actual life, right? It's just, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? So, it's so cool to just get excited about Magic art and then have a Magic artist send you something. Getting that custom painting thing, that's great. I got sent, Ralph Horsley sent me a bunch of his prints because of the video I did talking about him. And other artists have contacted me and said, oh, I saw you talking about my stuff and I really enjoyed it. Like, are you going to be at any of these conventions? Because we can meet up. It's neat like that. Actually, speaking of which, and I do not remember the name right now, unfortunately, but one of the wives of the Magic artist that I mentioned in my previous video. So the video I just did talking about Magic cons and how they were having those paint with Magic artists for kid things, the wife of one of the artists who's involved with that commented saying that like basically the Magic artist was super stoked to go there and they were happy and they'd like save me a seat to be as part of what they're doing. And I had to be like, I'm not going to be there. Don't save me a seat. Give it to a deserving kid. But it's just, that's neat. That's really neat. You know? There's also a little part of me that like cringe when it's like, when I think of Magic artists seeing me talk about their art and like explain what's going on or what kind of feeling it gives or whatever. And I guess part of that tracks down to as well, like when I was doing those pack openings back in the day, there were some people who would get angry at me talking about the art, going, what are you, some art school dropout kind of blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't care really that they said that. It's like, whatever, everyday people. But then there's a difference when the person who's created the thing is there and you're just talking about it. And it's like, I could be way off base. I could look like an idiot. And this guy knows because he's the one who painted it. It's like, that's not what this is about at all, you idiot. You know? Oh, man. So yeah, that artist proof is definitely my number one choice right now in terms of my favorite thing in my Magic collection. But what I need to collect right now is more barks in this cup. So I'll be right back. I gotta head on over to the fridge. Top it up. Top it up. You know what? I think I'll have a cookie too. I deserve it. I've been working hard today. I'm gonna have a cookie. All right, I'm back, baby. All right, hold on now. Cookie's big enough I can put it on top of my drink and it won't fall in. Oh, get that devil out of there. Come on. Woo. A Scroll Keeper Super Chat says, just because. And yeah, the art is what first got me interested in Magic. Oh, you dirty 669er. Right, here we go. Let's go ahead and heart that. And you know what, buddy? You're absolutely right. In terms of like the stuff getting me into Magic, guess what? Art's what got me into it too. Personal Incarnation, actually. Personal Incarnation is the card that specifically brought me into Magic the Gathering. I remember I was making fun of my friends when they were playing it, just hassling them, because that's what I do, and just looking through stuff. And then I came across the Personal Incarnation, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, this is so badass, man. This wizard standing on a hill with his staff up, blasting power out, and he's made this huge hulking dude of his own essence that's kicking the shit out of people? What? Right? And so at that point, I was like, okay, you know what? Because I already like D&D and stuff, so I was like, this might be like cool or whatever, right? And then I like actually played the game, and it was just like, I need more of this. I need all of this. I need it now. I need every card. I need 4 of every card. I need to spend every minute thinking about, talking about this game. I would sit at home when my friends weren't around. I would sit at home playing against myself, building decks and playing against myself hour after hour. I would play that one variant where you tried to destroy yourself, because I had a book with all these different, I might actually have a copy of that book somewhere. We could go through those variants. But yeah, I would play all those. On the walk to school, I'd be thinking about Magic. At school, I'd be thinking about Magic, looking at my cards, obsessing over them, right? And yet, here we are, decades later. Somebody left a comment today, go, I don't think this guy even likes Magic. You have no idea how much I fucking love this game. That's why I seem like a maniac, because something I love so much is in peril. You don't understand. You don't even get it. You don't even get it. I fucking love Magic. I love it so much. Fisher, you were at an art gallery and ran into Dan Scott. You were caught off guard. I'm glad you had your elf deck to snag a signature. That's sweet, man. That's sweet. That's sweet. Bino, you'd write deck lists during class? Nice. It's like you're taking notes, right? That's smart. That's smart. Man. I still remember sitting there staring at my revised cards in like, what was it, chemistry? Something like that. Like, damn, man. Magic's so cool. And there's so much cool flavor to it. Like, why can't we just have more of that, please? Can't we just do that forever? Like, bro, I don't want this fucking new age KFC bullshit where it's just like, check it out, it's the new fucking BTS secret layer. Damn man, gonna bang your mom at my tonight. Put my fingers in your mama's butt for $1. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a BTS secret layer. Sorry, guys. Sorry if that's what you guys want. But I don't. You know what I do want? I want Ned to be a hatchling again. And I get what I want. Welcome back to being a hatchling, Ned. Good choice, buddy. Thanks for being a member. Fisher, the art on the land, what got you into the game? Lands are an underappreciated part of Magic for sure. Yeah, McGarl, you ordered the cards. Nice, buddy. I hope you enjoy them. Now I got BTS in my... That's weird. That's weird. Something happened? That's weird. Yeah. YouTube acts up sometimes. Ned's like, no, I was acting. That was a mistake. I clicked the wrong button, so I undid it. Maybe that is what happened. Or maybe it just showed a message or whatever, because I haven't seen it act all weird like that. And sometimes YouTube just does imagine that. You're like not even in the stream. And then it just signs, like, what happened? What happened? Break stop, what did I hit my hand on today? You felt it through the foam? I slammed my hand into the solid metal of this, bro. It sucked. I tried to keep going, but I couldn't focus. Now it says, Ned says, go home, YouTube, you're drunk. It's showing you the membership. Well, I'm just going to assume that everything is fine, and that your member is fine, and that your membership is fine. Or not. YouTube's been doing some goofy stuff lately. Ned, you thought I was going to power through the hand injury? So did I. So did I. But it wasn't happening. I was like, I would have just started mumbling nonsense or whatever. And I'm just like, come on, man. This is like right before I'm going into my sponsored spot too, bro. Scroll Keeper, yep. Random unsubs. YouTube does that all the time. Unsubs people from channels that they're actively watching. I have no idea why. Loco, you want to hatch your secret lair? Well, so far, I think there's only been a custom Magic Historian secret lair that was made. Hatcher white noise generator. What is that? What is a Hatcher white noise generator? I'm not familiar with that one. You just record me going, what's the deal with that? Break stop, least interesting secret layer drop for you. Yeah, the secret layers really do seem to be diminishing returns. Like Wizards is having a harder time coming up with like really hype looking styles and even cards to put in it. It's just like, can we sell you $4 worth of cards with some questionable styles for $40, please? It's like, really? I feel like they're just getting more desperate across the board. They'll let you use 5 pre-release codes from Markov Manor. They are selling the mastery passes in advance for like $15 now. I don't know if that's how they normally did it on Arena. I feel like they didn't, but yeah, it just feels like things are getting more desperate. It's loops of overlapping audio clips. All right, fair enough. The Beauty of the Beast. Yeah, you know what? Those cards do look nice. I found them to be visually striking. There's some cool stuff. I mean, I want that circular logic too, just for the hell of it, to cram it into my queue, just to mess with people. Ashmead, nah, you can't count the intro music as white noise because the intro music makes you want to fucking groove, baby. Where's the all sliver secret layer? You're going to get like 1 sliver per secret layer. That's it. They're not going to go hardcore sliver secret layer. They want to drip feed and milk you because look at how desperate you are for it. You named yourself after it. You may as well have named yourself Crack Junkie and said, can I have a whole bag? They're not going to let you. They're not going to let you. 1 rock at a time, you fucking junkie. All right? Wait a second, sliver. See what I did there? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Ned says Hasbro as a whole is getting more desperate. Not just on the Magic side. It's just very obvious on the Magic side. True. I mean, bro, like think about the other stuff they're facing down. Their toy lines where it's like, nobody wants to buy our crappy Star Wars toys and all this stuff. And kids ain't getting into our stuff anymore. The kids are into properties we don't own. When they scrap the reserve list, you get a Queen secret layer. Cthulhu, that is a very reasonable prediction. When the reserve list has been pillaged, the Sliver Queen will absolutely be featured as a secret layer card and printed in other things as well. How long till the Willy Wonka golden ticket set? You mean Lord of the Rings? We already did that. They already did the golden ticket. How do you even get that level of hype and excitement again, right? The Marvel Infinity Gems? Is that really going to do it? Marvel's already coughing its last breaths, it feels like. Like, aren't they just making the dumbest nonsense right now where they're like, yo, come watch this show about Echo. We promise it's not loaded with politics. It's not? What's it about? Okay. So a one-legged Aboriginal lady is the daughter of a terrible, terrible white man. Oh, I can see you've turned over a new leaf, and you're not making the same kind of garbage or anything. So yeah, this is Wizards Hail Mary. They're just sorry, can I get a She-Hulk butt shaker 1 of 500 serialized card, please? Oh. You thought gold foil 1 of 6? Well, Wizards is considered other crazy concepts like putting Swarovski crystals all over Magic cards. So you never know. I bet you they wish that like people cared about pro players so they could be like, check it out. You can buy this shirt that was on the you can buy packs that have a fragment of a shirt that was on this unwashed loser. This unwashed winner of a pro tour. Check it out. It's got some pro tour stink in it. It smells like fucking loneliness and being underpaid. Oh, they missed the Marvel boat by about 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Dry up in a corpse, son. They can make a sliver matriarch. Ashmead, you're correct. They can outpower it. They can make a sliver queen that costs the same, is the same power and toughness, and just costs 1 to make a sliver. They can absolutely do that. And eventually, we'll get to that point where they're just going to make Ancestral Recaller. Play 1 blue, draw 4 cards at instant speed. Will you buy it? Marvel's desperate too. They confirmed Thanos is coming back. Can you blame them? Thanos was awesome. Thanos was an incredibly compelling villain. Like, he was great. He was great. He was very enjoyable. Them changing his desire from wanting to impress death into wanting to save everybody was a smart move. Because if he just wanted to bang death and was doing all that, it wouldn't have resonated the same way. Who gives a shit about him sacrificing Gamora if it's to try and get some tang? You know what I mean? I don't always like the villains being like noble or having a noble but misguided goal, but it really worked for Thanos really well. Really well. Yeah, Shmead, you said the exact same thing I did. You and I made the exact same sliver queen. That's funny. Shinobi, yep. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But you want to buy the stink chunks, huh? Nah, Gerthulu, that ain't the same. That ain't the same. Taylor, why have a Lotus that only gives 3 mana when you can have one that gives 4 mana and draws 2 cards? 0 to put out. Tap, sacrifice, gain 4 mana, draw 2 cards. Your opponent can't cast spells this turn. How much would you pay for that? Right? You can chase that? You can chase that card? Bet you fucking will. Does it matter if the game's dying? Don't care if I make $1 today. That's Wizards, right? So, shit's about to get fucking wild. Shit's about to get real fucking wild. Because, like, we're not all the way down to the bottom of the desperation chain, right? There's more links. We can go lower, and we will. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Last time I got anything Marvel related was when I got that Deadpool hoodie like 8 years ago. That's it. That's it. Breakstop, I don't believe that relatable villains that you can sympathize with are a newer thing. I believe that it's actually been a common thing here and there in stories. And it's just feels more common. It might feel new now because it's become a very common thing. As companies are terrified to have their villains be actually evil. You know? It's the current era where, like, there's only a few evils that evil people are allowed to do now. Murder is about it, right? Mostly. That's the kind of crap where we get to that level. So, like, evil for evil's sake is fun. And an evil guy who actually has a noble goal is also fun when done right. Ultimately, whatever it is, if you do it right, it doesn't matter. Like, if everybody's doing relatable villains, but you do a good job of it, that's cool. There could be 100 restaurants. You do it well, people are going to eat at your restaurant. They're going to like it. They're going to talk about it. That's how it goes. Why play Black Lotus when you can play Smack Lotus? That is a better name. That is a better name for the Grey Lotus. Yeah, McGraw says Wizards is like Hellraiser now. We have so much to show you. He's not bad. He's just misunderstood. That level too. It depends, right? It depends. It really is. It's all in execution. It's all in execution. It's a big. It's a big part of it. If you're a good writer, you can make anything work, really. You just have to make it work. That's all I really want from my stories is coherence, you know? It doesn't need to be a perfect story. It doesn't have to be the most incredible epic story I've never seen before. But you need to avoid things that completely pull you out of the story and just make you realize that you're involved with the story, because the flaw, you just go, well, this couldn't happen. It just disconnects you, right? It ruins the immersion. Like when you watch a movie like Black Adam, and they want to have really cool scenes where Black Adam like disintegrates a dude, and it's like, okay, you want to have that scene, cool, then have this guy tell somebody to go up and grab him, because if you have him tell him to shoot him or whatever, and then they send that order all the way down the line, and then the guy at the end of the line walks up and sticks his arm out instead of doing what he was told to, instead of being able to go, wow, cool, look at the disintegratingness, you go, but what got us here doesn't make any sense. So I'm still back here a moment ago and going, wait, what? If you wanted this result, why didn't you just say, even ADR it over if their mouths aren't moving right? Because that's better. That's better than just having them say something that doesn't make any sense to line up the action. Why? Why? It's such a baffling way to do things. You have a really cool scene that you want to show people and get them excited about, but if you don't lead to it properly, it can't connect properly. It's empty nothingness. You can't just throw a bunch of colors and effects on the screen and expect it to matter. The difference between the first and second Doctor Strange is immeasurable, right? They both had incredible effects. The first Doctor Strange was staggering. I loved it. It was great. The second one, they spent more money on it. Arguably, they had more crazy effects. I felt nothing looking at it. Nothing. It just turns into... It's like one step worse than the Ultron endless, here is an endless swarm of silver gray robot alien enemy things that can get smashed up, but none of it's gratifying, none of it feels real. There's a billion of them, and it's all just, I'm watching a video game cutscene, kind of. This isn't a movie. What is this, you know? Ashmead, yep, most people who are bad don't think they're bad. That's correct. That's correct. Some totally do and revel in it. There's that as well. Sure, I got stuck for a second. It did not want to part from my lips. Can you blame it? My big, beautiful, pillowy lips. Can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Such a goofy video. So yeah, you know what, man? I will say this. I have had fun playing Magic on Arena for the last couple days. Just dicking around with the precons, doing nothing else, scoring up some gold. I heard Momir showing up at the end of the month, so I'm probably going to go hard on Momir, but I think I might be able to enjoy myself with Arena for at least a bit and have some fun with some Magic cards. Now, I don't plan to collect the Markov Manor set, really. I will collect it as a side effect of playing, getting free packs, but I'm not really looking to like build out the whole set and spend my resources on that. Scorbageist, the problem is that when you have a story that's good and done well, the suits want to put that in literally everything with zero thought of appropriateness or why it was good in the first place. Yeah, you know what? You're right in terms of like corporate interference with creatives is a huge thing. And I believe that's what absolutely obliterated the War of the Spark novel, as well as the Fallout Theros novel that was so bad that even though they paid for it, they refused to release it, right? It's kind of amazing. They paid an author to write a story, and what they told them to do with it was so bad that they went, it's better if we just never put this story out. Oh, Jess, there you go. The universe is giving some back. That's nice. It's good you're not just getting hosed. Yeah, Magaro, what's the Bloomborough set? That's what's known as hope on the horizon. That's the glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel that stops me from jumping off the bridge, right? Because this is a tunnel on a bridge. Yeah, Bloomborough is a high fantasy world where there are no humans. In the humans' place, there are mice. The mice are like the 1-1 human sized, and they have swords and shields and stuff. And so wolves are like the size of elephants in that world. So wolves will be 3/3s and stuff. It's gonna be pretty good. I have to tell myself that. I fucking need this. I need it. David, favorite wedge? Potato wedges. They're pretty good. You season them right? Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked about the concept of Bloomborough. There's this board game. It's expensive, but it looks really cool. It's like Mice and Mystics, but it's like $90 plus tax. But it has these little like mice soldier guys and stuff with cool gear. Sometimes when I see those games with the cool miniatures, it really makes me wish I had like a 3D printer so I could just print out some of these cool little figures to have in paint. That would be fun, you know? One day. That's a one day. Shinobi, you might be the only schmuck excited for Thunder Junction. I promise you that you aren't, right? There are a bunch of people who are excited about it. I'm not going to pretend that I'm one of them. I think it's really, really, really fucking stupid. Like, really, really stupid. I hate the idea of a Wild West set more than I hate the idea of a murder mystery set. It's so dumb. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Oh no, I guess you didn't hear. I'm actually a fucking planeswalker with world-shattering powers, and I don't give a fuck about your rinky-dink six-shooter dick-sucking nonsense. So, shut the fuck up, tumbleweed dumb fuck. Yeah. I'm the sheriff. Okay. I can't wait to see everybody in 10-gallon hats. That will be so cool and magical. Pew, 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 pew. You know what I think should happen? I think people should like remake like old, you know that movie Shane? You guys remember that John Wayne like Shane movie? I think they should remake that movie, but with fucking Harry Potter wizard wands and Voldemort and shit. That's what I think. Because it feels totally natural. And also, Harry Potter appeals to a lot of people. So really, it makes perfect fucking sense to shove Harry Potter and his fucking Phoenix Core wand directly into old spaghetti westerns, right? Because those two go together fucking perfectly. Fucking perfectly. It just feels so natural. So natural. And I, for one, can't fucking wait. I can't wait. It's going to be so good, and it's going to feel awesome. Ashmead, you're enjoying Arena. My advice on how to free play manage resources was very helpful. Do I have a video on that? I made a video years ago covering my collection building on Arena. So it is buried somewhere on the Historian, but it's probably out of date. I mean, we can discuss the possibility of you sponsoring a new guide to building your collection on Arena if you want. I'm not against the idea, considering right now I'm getting back into Arena, and it's a good time to suss out what would be the best way, because how do the draft bots operate now? Are they keeping all the rares? I know Wizards won't let you start drafting until the 17th. How much do the gold packs factor into your ability to build your collection? So events, there's a number of different things that can be evaluated to figure out what would work best. Because obviously I knew how to do it well back in the day. When we were looking at my Arena account yesterday, I had 99% set completion in a number of different ways. Filthy, can't wait for the Abbott and Costello UB. Oh. The Wild West set is going to be lazy crap. It's going to be everything you could ever expect in a cowboy movie or whatever. It's going to be every dumb trope. They're literally going to have a spell called "This town's not big enough for the two of us." And I can feel part of my soul fucking dying. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. And these worthless dickheads think it's going to help them grow the game, but it's not. It's not. It's not. They are pissing in the Kool-Aid and going, yeah, but some people like to drink piss. Yeah, but what about all the people who like Kool-Aid, dickhead? And the more piss you put in this, the fewer people are going to come and drink it, right? A wild, weird west? Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be just. It's just gonna be like. Look at Capenna. You see the fucking detectives? Take everybody who's in a fucking detective hat, alter it into a fucking cowboy hat, put a fucking 6-shooter and cowboy spurs and a stupid little fucking vest on him, and then we'll have a land called fucking Saloon. Oh. Shoot me. Fuck this shit. Gold packs. Yeah, gold packs are something that Wizards created because they're like, hey guys, we know you're not happy because we don't let you draft as much as we let you draft the new set. So we created gold packs because they're exact same thing. Oh, why don't you bring back drafting? Because we don't want you to build... Because gold packs are the exact... No. You would have us return to the previous thing if it was the same thing. Because it costs you money to implement this. So it's not the same thing. It's designed to give us less. Fuck you, you lying pieces of shit. I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not a moron. I can read between the lines. It's stupid. It's stupid. There's a snake in my boot. Suck my fucking snake bite, bro. It's what's making my fucking dick throb. You can guess where the bite is. Will they bring back horsemanship? Actually, horsemanship is something that would totally naturally fit in the set. And considering that it doesn't matter that everything's broken, why not? Why not put horsemanship right into fucking standard? Why not make broken mythics with standard? Because fuck it. Every set has to have some overpowered shit in it now because the fucking theme of the set ain't gonna sell shit. This mystery set is flagging horribly. This stupid Thunderbutt Junction is also gonna suck all the fucking dicks. It's gonna appeal to particular people, but it's gonna fucking flop like a bloodless dick, bro. Oh, man. Fucking hell, bro. What a travesty. What a fucking travesty. You're going to be able to equip chaps to a creature. You know it's going to happen. There's going to be equipment chaps. We got cement shoes for Capenna. Why wouldn't there be I don't know why we got cement shoes for Capenna when it's not a crime set. There's no crime because there's no law. So can't have crime without law. But hey, whatever. Fuck me, right? For expecting anything to make sense. Bunch of fucking weak pussy idiots complain on Twitter, and a bunch of weaker morons inside Wizards of the Coast go, I'm gonna take this out of the set. So annoying. Rename First Strike into Quick Draw. Quick Draw will be faster than First Strike. Lightning Spurs. I believe it. A spittoon artifact. Oh, you'll get it too, bro. You will. Oh. Come on, man. They are going to do that. They're going to do that. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Get on and take Right House's chips. That's it, Ashmead. That's the level. That's the level. Loco, no, Markov Manor isn't them leaning into a compelling story. They may have paid a bit more money for the lore, which they're going to get a better result from more people checking it out, but they haven't they're not going to look at their set and go, "We put a compelling story into the set," because they know they didn't. It's garbage. The card, you can't even tell what's going on with the story with the cards, really. You just go, "Okay, what's Fanatical Strength is like a story spotlight. Okay? What's even happening there? A guy swung a hammer. Okay, who's the guy swinging the hammer? Who does it even look like he's swinging it at? You've got Kea and some... Is that supposed to be Kellen? Kellen looks so different every fucking set. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. He goes to fucking tanning beds one set. The other fucking set, he's been kept down in caves for years, so he's light. What's going on? A sorcerer called assemble a posse. God. Assemble a posse. Create two create two 1/1 red goblin cowboy tokens. +1 for every copy of assemble a posse in your graveyard. What am I doing with my life? Can't have nothing anymore, man. Go back to the Brothers' War. Urz is the enemy. It's full of Transformers. What the fuck is going on? What happened? When did we go to the Dark Dimension, man? This is the most fucked up timeline. What the fuck happened? God, you take me back to the Kaladesh days, and I couldn't predict this shit in my wildest dreams. Remember when I made that joke about Gandalf riding a tank? And then they added tanks to Magic, and then they added Gandalf to Magic, and now you can't have him riding a tank? That was my getting crazy. And that's nothing. That's nothing compared to what they're doing. Whew. War of the Spark, Ned. Yep, that's a real low point for the Magic lore. Absolutely. Absolutely. Executioner is Dark Dimension part of Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't even care. I bet you Yu-Gi-Oh probably cares more about its own property and the stupid spiky-headed goofbag than Wizards does. I bet you Yu-Gi-Oh isn't going, hey, maybe we team up with a fucking pancake brand and some Hot Pockets and anybody will have us because we're desperate as hell. What do you even do, right? It's so ridiculous. Execution, you got $1,300 and your taxes back. What should you blast it on? That's crazy. Whatever's gonna make you happy, man. Whatever's gonna bring you joy. Enjoy it. That's a lot of money. Oh, I can't wait until 2035 when Wizards finally reverses course on having 100% Universes Beyond and finally does another regular Magic set again. We'll only have to endure 10 years of pure Universes Beyond. And there will be 13 Magic players left at that point. There'll be me, Tavis King, and 11 other random people scattered across the globe. And we will be the last flickering points of light in the world of Magic the Gathering. Millmaster, drugs. I vote drugs. That's what I need. I need to be very high. That's how I cope with this. Ashmead says, be careful about the jokes you make today. In 2 years, they'll be a reality. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Sacrifice the One Ring to Megatron and deal damage to Doctor Who. Yup. absolutely. Showdown at high noon will be a green fight spell. That's what that will be. Straight up. Very easy to sort out. That one's going to be a straight up green spell. Just this guy fights this guy. That's it. Maybe give your guy a +1/+1 or whatever, you know? Green Monkey says, you need more root beer and bacon. You know what, buddy? I like the way you think. I like the way you think. I started playing Magic in 1994. There was only 2 expansions made before I started. They definitely weren't all this. I think the only thing that I really thought was weird in the beginning of Magic was Rocket Launcher. Felt very strange. I was like, this does not feel like a magical device, really. But what are you going to do, right? Nah, Cthulhu, it's probably gonna be a fight spell. Probably a boost fight spell. Because you both get to shoot that way, right? Unless it's just like quick draw, pachow! You know? Maybe they have a quick draw variant that lets you like not it's like if you quick drawed it, then they don't get to deal damage back. Something like that. Something like that. G.I. Jay's cascades into the littlest pet shop and stops your shenanigans. Oh, it's too real, man. It's too real. It's too real. So yeah, Arabian Nights and Antiquities were the only 2 expansions that were made before I started playing. I've seen it all. Stuff I could never have predicted. Who knows what other insane nonsense they're gonna announce? Because, like I said, we can go lower. We haven't gone all the way down. Well, whatever they add to Magic for this Thunder Junction set, I doubt it's gonna be long lasting or have any real impact overall. What other minor properties does Hasbro own? Oh, you know what? That's right. Thunder Junction is going to have a battleship crossover. You sunk my Thunder Junction. And so the battleship Magic crossover is where for every time you want to like pick a position to attack, you have to open a booster. Quick Draw would be a reskin of Double Strike. Well, they're not just going to reskin abilities like that. And also, Quick Draw is like that. That's you getting to go twice. So that's not Quick Draw. That would be like dual wield and 6 shooters or something, right? It's fascinating. It's fascinating to watch all this happen as a company destroys its own product because the company that owns it demands profits at the cost of everything. It doesn't matter the damage it's done to the game, that people are leaving in droves because of the choices that are being made. There's no stopping this. We have to get whatever dollars we can. Now nothing else matters. If it destroys the game, who cares? If we can get $5 now, let the game die. Burn it to the ground. Sell its organs. You know, like it's crazy to have something that you care about like that in the hands that like it's completely out of control. There's nothing we can do. You know what I mean? All we can do is watch and see what happens. Quick Draw could be a variant of Miracle. That could work. Yep. Wild West sets, man. Talk about jumping the shark, boy. David, do I have a cube I update? Yes, actually. I love my cube. Is it in here or is it in the other room? I think I was messing around with it last night, so it's in the other room. Yeah, I love my cube. And actually, my cube is specifically built all out of stuff that I've gotten from my fans. So nothing goes into the cube that didn't come from a fan, either by them sending me cards, sending me Magic product open that the cards come from, or sending something over to like the game store I go to's PayPal, and then I get something with that, and anything that comes out of that, like for example my pre-release kit, can also go in the cube. So my cube is like dual layers of, I have control over everything goes in there, nothing I don't like needs to exist in there, all the fun stuff I want is in there, and it's a reminder of all the people who enjoy what I do. So my cube has multi-layers of joy for me. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite magical thing in terms of like formats. It's not technically my favorite Magic possession because it's a whole bunch of different cards together, and it can't beat that awesome zombified me, but it's right up there. It's right up there. Trivial Pursuit. Wait, Trivial Pursuit was actually invented around where I'm from. I remember there was a teacher that I had who was like really bummed out that they missed out on investing in it because they were just like, oh, I had the opportunity to, but I said no. Same with actually the guy who owned the LGS that I went to. He had the chance to invest in Trivial Pursuit, but apparently the guys who were in charge of it were like super casual and they had a case of beer and whatever, and he just felt like it wasn't going to turn into anything. And then you look and go, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that Trivial Pursuit like comes from like the Niagara region, maybe even St. Catharines. It's from right around here. Right around here. What up, Teal? First time joining one of my live streams? Me too. This is my first time in one of my live streams, so I hope everybody goes easy on us, buddy. Yeah, McGar, you remember the Dan Man Can? Yeah, we did. I did an hour long set on that guy. Am I a sports ball person? Nah, I don't care about sports. Sports are very, very boring to me. I got into like Olympic curling for like a week, and I was like, yeah, go, push, and then that just faded, and nah, I don't care. Don't care. Richard, is MetaZoo dead? The company officially declared itself dead. You don't get deader than that, right? If you're not making products anymore and you say, hey, we're out of business, there's no in between there. I see some people trying to hold on to hope or something, but it's like, oh, the prices are tanking. It's like, yeah, because it's a dead game. It's all zero. It's worthless. It's worthless. Anybody who loves that game should snag up what they can now and keep it forever. It's never going to be worth anything, but they'll be able to enjoy it and open it later and have fun with it. And that's the important thing. Ah, there you go. Niagara on the Lake. Yeah, that's like right. That's right by where I am, dude. That's right by where I am. I stayed in Niagara on the Lake for like 3 months. Had a good time. So yeah, Trivial Pursuit was birthed in this region. Magnets are enjoyable, bro. I do like magnets. They're fun to muck about with. But don't swallow them. Seconds Live, your LGS has their MetaZoo stuff at full price. I guess they like the shelves looking full, huh? Have I been exposed to the Sorcery TCG? I was actually sponsored by them. So I have the Alpha Starter decks, I have an Alpha Booster Box, and I have the first playmat as well. They hooked me up. There was a cool sorcery binder that there was some rumblings about me getting, but never actually made its way to me. So, but yeah, I got some sorcery goodness sitting right up there on that shelf. This is the only part of this game that I actually kept. Threw away everything else because I didn't actually care about playing the game, but the magnets are fun to muck about with, and they're all differently shaped, which makes it a bit wonky. Filthy, you can only get Magic at Target. We don't have Targets in Canada. When I was in the States a while back, when I went to the Target, they had these mini boosters of Magic I'd never seen before. They were like, I don't know, 3 or 4 card packs or something, and they were like cheap. It was neat. David, is it decent? Yeah, actually, I did. I opened a whole box like on the Historian channel, so you can check that out there if you want. I did a video on sorcery on this channel because originally it went like this. They contacted me, were like, "Hey, we want you to do like a box break on your channel kind of thing. Open up a box." And I was like, I don't really do that kind of thing, like for things that aren't Magic. And but if you want to send me like just your starter decks, I'll try your game out. And instead of you sponsoring a video, I'll just talk about the decks that you gave me, and I'll let people know what the game's like, and that's cool by me. And they're like, okay, cool. And then after I got the decks, I got contacted again, and it was like, hey, just wanted to double check to see if, you know, maybe you were open to the idea of doing a booster box opening video. And at that point, I had had a bunch of fun playing Sorcery with my woman, and I wanted a booster box. So I was like, you know, maybe I am open to the idea. I was like, it can't hurt to do something like that. And so I did that over on the Historian too. It's not something that I do frequently. I pretty much only stick to Magic over there. But Sorcery did make it there. And I mean, I feel you about getting into multiple games. I have the advantage of it being worthwhile for people to send me games so that I don't have to get into them, because I'm not willing to lay out the amount of money it takes to get into other card games when I'm already balls deep in this one, you know? Romper room? Hey, I could get down with I already do my own romper room thing, man. 3 or 4 card packs with the Alara block. It was Scars of Mirrodin. I got a Lux Cannon. Rich versus the Guild Pact. What a universe. Executioner, have a good one, buddy. Fisher, you have a Trivial Pursuit collection, do you? All right. I've played a fair bit of Trivial Pursuit over the years. Actually, I guess more just everybody trying to answer the questions and stuff like that than actually like full on playing the game to collect all the different wedges. I remember more just random trivia action than trying to win. I think a bunch of times we didn't even set up the board. We just grabbed out the box of cards. In like the pre-internet era when you couldn't just like Google up a bunch of silliness. Cthulhu, you've been getting into One Piece and Digimon, eh? I haven't seen anybody playing that stuff around here, but I think there is one store that people are getting into it at. I just haven't been out that way. So I literally have no concept of the presence of those games in this area, but I've heard they're both doing all right. I know at the very least in the beginning, Digimon was doing banger numbers, and at this point, One Piece is doing pretty well. Universe Beyond. Mr. Potato goes to Eldraine. The crazy thing is you can't... it's almost impossible to say anything that's too outlandish. It all feels theoretically possible. You know what I mean? Like, you can just tell me anything now and I'd believe it. It's crazy what I would believe in terms of, like, Magic Secret Layers at this point. Like, I'd believe one if they just did a mechanic shop and they were just like, check it out, it's a car jack and a wrench and stuff. I'd believe it. Let's see if they'll buy it, you know? Like, David, no, I don't. I have no interest in making my own cards or writing my own fan fiction, you know? If I was going to write, I'd want to write my own my own original world, not write. I don't like fan fiction. I don't enjoy it. I find it to be usually cringy bullshit, and a lot of the times the writers don't even care what the characters would want. It's about creating ridiculous relationships and shit. The only good fan fiction that I've ever read in my entire life is the Jace Chandra Fuckwalker arc. Because that is pure art, right? Like, Jace was on one side of the mountain. Chandra was on the other side of the mountain. An explosion happened. And they both ran to where it was. And when they saw each other, their second sparks ignited. Their fuckwalker sparks. And they had sex. Like, that's pretty much what the story was. It was so stupid. But it's so much better than just all this terrible crap that I've seen in the Magic. Like, I don't care about planeswalkers making out and all of it. Like, I don't need to read Johnny getting plowed by Ral Zarek's lightning rod. Do you know what I mean? I just, like, what? At no point when I've been playing Magic have I been like, I wonder what it would be like if a Johnny got butt fucked by Ral Zarek. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm a planeswalker. I'm not ready to fight these kind of battles. Sorry, degenerates. You win. Goodbye. You're gross. So yeah. I think that fan fiction is fucking pure trash, and I have no interest in fucking writing it at all. None. And creating my own Magic card, nah. I don't think there's much of anything where I like to really just make up my own custom things. Yeah, fanfiction's awful. It makes the original writing like seem great by comparison. Like, unprofessional writers who don't know how to fucking characterize people, writing clunky dialogue and forcing shitty scenes together to tug it to, I guess? I don't know, man. I don't know. Almost all the fan fiction that I've seen is just 100% about banging and stuff. It's so ridiculous. Universe Beyond Micro Machine Magic's first all vehicle set. It comes with you know what, bro? I like Micro Machines. I like Micro Machines. I probably want it. I can be just as much as part of the problem as anybody else with my desires. Not that anybody wanting things is a problem. That's not the right way to look at it. The problem is that Wizards isn't delivering things in a feasible or reasonable manner, right? Ridiculous. All right, my friends. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It has been fun. Everything goes according to plan. In the next 24 hours, I am going to release the deck box video. It is funny. I am going to watch it myself again, actually, after the stream to have a chuckle. That's how much I like it. So thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm going to descend into the waters of doom. And yeah, I'll catch up with you again soon.